Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Hey. Hey everybody, it's Robert Jones. I'm excited to do some more videos for you guys. Let's see, it's Saturday, and Saturdays around my house are a good cooking time for lots of slow cooking and things like that. Use up stuff in the fridge. Today we're going to do a crock pot, and before that, just a couple announcements to say thank you and to let you guys know that I am paying attention. I started the new Facebook page this week for EudaemoniusMarkII on Facebook, so it's the same name, EudaemoniusMark, and it's I, as in I. So I just want to let you guys know that that is happening, and in 4 days, 500 people already. I am blown away. Thank you for your support. It's really nice to see that people are enjoying what I'm doing, and I want to do more. Also, as a thank you for this recipe suggestion, this goes out to Petros the Panda in New York City. Wanted to know how to do some slow cooking. So today we're going to do a pork, I believe it's a shoulder. I'm trying to look at the package. Hold on. What is it? It is a pork sirloin tip roast, and there's going to be 2 of them, and we're going to do some slow cooking there. Oh, and I also have a new hashtag. If you guys want to communicate with me on Twitter, it is hashtag YourEverydaySanta. So I hope you guys appreciate that. It's kind of funny. We're all laughing about it here. So let's get started. This is going to be a kind of a multi-part to this cooking, because as you imagine, that slow cooking takes a little while to do. So we're going to do, I think, 3 different parts. So the first part will be the prep, getting the meat, the vegetables, and everything into the crock pot. Then we'll have a checkup later on, I think. I think we will. And then at the end, we'll show you what the final product looks like and how to use the crock pot juices to make some sauce to go along with your lovely meat. Again, thank you guys for joining the fan page, and I look forward to seeing more of you and getting your suggestions. So we'll get to the cooking. So we have our setup here. This is called a mise en place, if anybody is wondering about that. I'm going to take you step by step. I got hands in the frame today, not the usual, so we'll try a little something different. So I've got a knife, I got a cutting board, and I've got a bunch of vegetables. So let me introduce. We've got some cilantro. We're going to do like kind of a Mexican spiced pork today. So this is some cilantro. We also have some beautiful Anaheim chilies, or maybe you know them as Hatch chilies. These are not from Hatch, but they are the same type of chilies. And we've got 2 different ones here. We've got a little Serrano, and we've also got some Poblano, which is what they used to make chili rellenos, if you know about that. So we're just going to chop these up, and we're going to put them in the crock pot. I've also got some garlic and an onion, some cumin, and some other spices, but we'll get there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to chop our vegetables so that they can go into the crock pot, just a bowl to put them in. And this doesn't have to be fancy. So you're just going to cut the tops off the chilies and take out the seeds. Give a little shake in the sink. You can leave the seeds in if you like them. I just think they're a mess. And you want to always use all the chili because you paid for it, right? So we're going to get this stuff off the top of here. Discard. The chilies are not only going to give the pork flavor when they're cooking, but we'll use it to make a really nice sauce later as well. So as they cook down, they'll get soft, and then hopefully my plan is to blend them into the blend them up with the juices and make a nice sauce for our pork. So I'm just doing a rough cut here. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like I said, they're going to cook down. Nice sharp knives. And special person comes and sharpens the knives, which is always nice. Oh, I wish you could. It smells so good. Now I did have some of these growing in my garden. I wish I had more, but this was the first season I tried growing them, and there were only a couple. If you watched the other video, you saw those. Now for the Serrano, I don't want to really put this in the sauce, so I'm just going to split it. So when I split it like this, it just means that the flavor is going to come out. So we'll just put that in there. It'll be easy to pick out. And then the Anaheims. And the bad tip. I don't know where these are grown. I bought them locally. Hopefully somewhere semi-local. Watch your fingers. And again. Okay, I know we have some novice cooks out there. Watch this. Fingers. Fingers tucked under. That way you don't cut them. Pro tip. And we're just going to give these another rough chop. Any of you out there that don't like bell peppers, don't worry. These taste nothing like bell peppers. Not a big fan of the bell pepper taste myself when it's green, so no worries there. Let me just clean the board. And that's good to go. Okay, so we've got our chilies. Again, Serrano, all the ones that are in here. Then we're just going to put some garlic. I just like to smash it a little bit to get some cloves loose. Now, again, I want to kind of leave these whole so I can pick them out. And when they're cooking for 6 to 8 hours like we're going to do, you can see there it's just smashed. You'll get the ton of flavor out of there. The ton. You'll get a ton of flavor out of there. Maybe one more. Just because I'm feeling sassy. Get the loose skin off. And just give it a smash. And I just get rid of the paper skin. Put it in our bowl. Now, we've also got the cilantro. It smells so good. I'm going to leave this whole, and I'm even going to leave the wire tie on it. If we put it in there and it's cooking, we'll get the ton of flavor from this. And then at the end, when we pull this out, it's going to look like a saggy diaper. It's going to look nasty, and you don't really want to eat it, I don't think. But it's going to give a ton of flavor. If you're allergic to cilantro, or you're the 10% of people who don't like cilantro, then don't put it in. Put some parsley instead. That'll be good. So that's there. And then we've got some onion. And again, I'm just going to do a quick onion chop here. Here's a secret. Cut the onion in half. Leave the root on. Then you can pull the paper skin off. If I'm going off camera, don't worry, I'll be back. Just throwing it in the sink. And it's being rough. Okay, so look, we leave the root on and we've got the tip, so we can cut the tip off. Then when we cut it, we're just going to give it a fan cut. It opens, it'll cook, all the juices will come out, and again, we can easily pull this out. Then we can decide if we want to leave the onion in later and blend it up. It'll give us some nice flavor and body, or if we don't like what it's doing, we can just pull it out. Onion. And we'll do the same thing here. I guess I can show you this one. So we'll just take this off. Onions are pretty fresh right now, so you don't have to take off too many layers of skin. Take that off. Just pull it. And we'll cut the little tip off. Just the tip. And then we're just going to give it a fan. And again, this is so easy because you're just giving things a rough cut. We just want the flavor. So there we go. That's it. This is our pot. We're going to put all our vegetables in here, but before we do that, I'm going to, oh, there's a hair, not good. Going to clean the meat, so let's do the meat real quick. Can you see in the sink all right there? We're just going to take a pair of scissors. Oh, just to let you know, we have a pork sirloin tip roast from Kirkland. They're pretty good price for the value, I think, and they're really great for this type of cooking. So we're just going to clip this open. We've got two that comes in a multi-pack. If you don't have this kind of pork, don't worry. Don't be afraid because you don't have exactly the right thing. This is your kitchen. Do what you like. So then I'm just going to rinse this off just to get the blood and stuff off. And I'm going to put it in the pot. And the other one. Didn't clip it enough apparently. Remember, it's easy to keep your kitchen clean if you keep it all on one side. And the other one. So we've got our pork cleaned up. So here's our pork in the pot. Pork in the pot. Okay, so then we're just going to put our vegetables in. This is very easy, guys. Vegetables, we'll put our cilantro last. All of our chilies right on top. And then I'll just show you, before I put this in, I'll put this in like this when we're ready to put it to sleep, but right now I'll just leave it in here. So some extra spices we have. We have some black pepper. This is just a pepper grinder, so let's grind a little here. Not the fastest thing in the world. Alright. Whoa. The magic of the crock pot is everything is going to distribute itself over time. So we got some salt. This is quite a bit of meat, so I'm going to put a little bit of salt in here, probably about 2 to 3 teaspoons. I'll put this in the recipe. My salt's a little sticky from the humidity. 2 to 3 teaspoons in here because it's quite a lot of meat, and the sauce will be good. So there's some salt, and then we've got ground cumin, and then we're going to probably put, you know what, let's put a full tablespoon of cumin. Cumin really gives it a nice Mexicanish flavor. I love the taste of cumin, and now I got it everywhere. So that's it for spices. I'm not going to put too much because we're going to rely really heavily on the peppers and the cilantro. So in goes the cilantro. And here's where the magic happens. You ready? Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. Okay, there you go. There is part 1 of getting the pork. Can you guys see that pretty good? I think you can. If you can see that, put my face back down here a little bit. That's part 1 of the pork. So, you see me now? There you go. Way down here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's part 1 of the pork. We're going to put this in the crock pot. I'm going to set it on high for a little bit because my pork is still a little bit frozen. And then I'm going to turn it down to low. And we're going to start with 6 hours. 6 hours seems like a long time for cooking, but not in a slow pot. We'll check it at that. We may need to go a bit longer, and we'll let you know. Bye. I totally forgot to tell you guys to do something. You need some water in here. Not a lot, but some. So, watch this. It's the magic of my kitchen. We're going to put a little bit of water. Maybe a cup and a half or 2 cups. Just so it starts it going. Now, as this cooks, the vegetables, I told my director to get lower and lower and lower. As this cooks, the vegetables are going to give up water and the pork is going to give up water. So there's going to be a ton of juices that come out of this. So I don't want to put too much water at the beginning. So that's why I'm a little scant on it. So, alright guys, now we're going to put it on the heat. Our roast has been going for, what time is it now? It is probably I think it's been going for about 5 hours. Thanks, Jim. And we're going to show you what this looks like. It's not done, I don't think, but we're going to take a look. So, check it out. Oh my god, it smells so good.
It fogged up the camera.
It fogged up, fogged up the camera. Okay. Okay, so let me get a fork out here, and you can see what I can see. Okay, so this is our cilantro. Remember I left it tied together? So you can see what's going on down in here. Our peppers are cooking, they're getting soft. Our pork is getting soft. It looks a little white and weird, but it's okay. Look how delicious that looks. We flip it around here. Mr. Panda, I hope you are enjoying this. We are salivating here, and you know what? We got this on low, and I think we're going to go for a few more hours. It's not, you can see the meat is getting there. You can see that you can pull it apart a little bit. Hold on, you know what? There it is. Watch this. Oh my god. Alright, I'm not going to put this back in there, but it's getting there. I think this is edible. I think we're going to let it go for a few more hours because we want it to be pull apart goodness. And yeah. Alright, we'll see you in the next part.